Welcome to this Fat Girl Life. I know I have been away for a little bit. I am back. Had some health issues that I've been navigating, but I am here. I am with you, and I am so happy to be back. You guys, today I have Kellina Powell with me. She is amazing, and we are going to be talking about knowing your worthiness and finding that worthiness when you're dealing with other struggles that can make it kind of hard. But before we get started, you guys, if you want to support what I am doing, please go over to buymeacoffee.com/, this fat girl life. Now, you guys already know I live on coffee. It is my happy juice. It keeps me out of jail. It keeps me calm. So, yeah, coffee is life. And if you like what I'm doing and you want to help support it and you want to know what's going on, then go over there, buymeacoffee.com/, this fat girl life. Kalina, thank you so much for being here today.
I'm super excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Now, before we get started, why don't you tell everybody just a little bit about yourself?
Definitely. Hello, everybody. My name is Kellina. I am so many things. So I'm an international speaker, a deaf advocacy, and I'm a mental coach and an author.
Nice. And you have a new book coming out, don't you?
Yes, I do. I do have a book coming out on May 28th. I'm excited, but kind of nervous at the same time.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, you kind of already mentioned it. You are a deaf advocate, a disability advocate. You are deaf personally,
Yeah.
so you really understand kind of what we're talking about. And you and I were just kind of having a conversation of I'm now on oxygen. I'm dealing with new things. So when you're in this place of you're already struggling with finding that worthiness, and then you add like a disability on top of it, would you agree that it makes it so much harder to get to that place of worthiness?
Yeah, it's a lot of challenges every day. I feel like every day is just a different day, and you don't know what's coming to you. So like every day is literally full of surprises. So I have to be prepared no matter what the obstacle is. And I feel like that's what makes it difficult, especially being a deaf person and communicating, especially COVID, right? With COVID situation, that makes it even harder for me to communicate with someone. And I avoid going outside honestly to communicate.
Completely understand. And one of the things that I personally have actually kind of caught myself doing before I had to wear oxygen, I was making TikToks and doing stuff online all the time. And then I had to wear oxygen full time. And it was like, I'm already big. I already get comments for my size. And now I'm going to add oxygen to it. And it really took a lot for me to be willing to go on screen because you do have those keyboard warriors, so to speak, that
Mhm.
have no problems sharing an opinion. And I don't know about you, I don't know about anybody else, but those can knock you down quick.
Yeah.
I mean, is that something you deal with as well?
Yeah, I learned too, like, life is quick, you know, and you just really like to try to. And when I became deaf, I was forced, so I didn't really like know what was happening. But when I got older, that's when I started to realize a lot of like, okay, like there's certain things I can't do, there's certain things I can do, even though I try to push myself, but it doesn't mean that I can still continue pushing.
So, what do you think the hardest struggle? Where do you think that hardest struggle comes in?
I would say most of it comes from communicating. I guess because every day you're listening every single day consistently. With me, like I I can literally turn off my hearing aid and take a break from the world. I can actually do that. But it's just so hard because there's people with an accent. I can understand someone with an accent, and it's very difficult. Um, for me, especially, mental health comes in the picture, right? Sometimes I feel frustrated. It's like, and I get anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, like, can this person understand me when I'm saying because of my speech? Speech is different for people who are deaf, and they're worried about other people going to pick on them, and they don't know how it's going to work, and they're just like, oh. So these are the struggles that I, like face every day.
So let's talk about knowing your worthiness through that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, think I think some of the best, tools that are out there, one, affirmations, I think make all the difference. And we kind of just spoke about it a little bit before we started of finding that silver lining within what you're dealing with. Because finding a positive, finding joy within your struggle, I think can make all the difference in the world.
I agree. I agree. I feel like sometimes people find it difficult to find what they like and put it into the everyday daily habit routine. And I tell people it's very important to break it down what you're good at. And then sometimes I feel like people overthink so much and thinking, oh, this thing might be stupid or this thing is not going to be good enough for other people. And I always tell people that there are so many things you can do to enjoy your life.
I completely agree. And I've actually gotten to the point. So one of my favorite hobbies is cross stitch. And I've kind of been redoing my office here at my house, but I'm also looking at, over the next couple of years I'm going to be moving. And, we've kind of been talking about what we want in the house, and I want to be able to have a room that is a complete office. So I have actually started going through and finding amazing sayings and affirmations of strength and positivity and body adoration that I am actually cross stitching because I want to make an entire wall of just positive affirmations.
I agree.
I mean, that to me is, I think it's so empowering personally. And I think it works differently for every person.
How repeat that again.
But I felt it necessary to find empowerment within struggle.
Yeah, it's very difficult because I feel like a lot of people, not a lot of people, I know some people rely heavily on, the support system, right? They want to make sure that their support system is going to support them, but not everybody has a positive mindset to empower each other, to uplift each other to do better. And that's where the issue is because a lot of times we don't focus on those who are uplifting us instead of focusing on the negative things that people are saying about us. Like, oh, you can't do this. But you should be focusing on other people that helping you and saying, "Hey, like, no, you can do it. Keep doing it." And it's yes, it's hard to find those people, but it doesn't mean that there are not going to be people out there that's going to support you. It could be a complete stranger that's supporting you, and you're like, "What?"
Mhm.
So, I tell people find empowerment in terms of um, just getting your stuff out there, even join a lot of Facebook groups, even go on Zoom calls with different people, just networking, right? And then show people it's always gonna be hard. I know. It's not easy, but if that's the only way to take the first step is really come out of your comfort zone.
I agree, and I actually did see a thing on TikTok, and I love TikTok. I go down that TikTok rabbit hole almost daily. That's what I call it. Excuse me. But I saw a thing on their website. I believe it was called Check In, where you can message in and talk to somebody who is a complete stranger, but just kind of talk over a problem or an issue that you're having. And you'll really kind of get that feedback, but get that, you'll build that support system with a complete stranger because they don't know you, but they're there to cheer you on. And I think that is amazing. And I really wish there were more avenues like that. Maybe that's something I need to work on creating within my thing, But I feel like we need that. We need to be each other's cheerleaders.
I agree, definitely. I feel like sometimes people, not just people, but I feel like people need to stop being so hard on themselves and stop overthinking. I understand it. Yes, we overthink all the time, but that's not what I mean by like saying that you can't do it, you can't achieve your goal. And it's not fair for you to have these where you can see other people achieving their goals. Why can't you do it? Right? It's because you're so busy think talking or interacting with people that's so negative and that's not even helping you, where you could have went to other people and helped and they could have helped you as well.
Well, and I think a lot of times, and I am guilty of it. I freely admit this. We get so wrapped up in and so mired down by what we are dealing with that we forget that one, that there are other people that have walked that path and might be able to give us some guidance, but two, that there is a support system out there, whether it be friends, family, a church, what, a meetup group, whatever, there is support out there. But I do think we oftentimes forget that. And I think it's important that we really focus on reminding ourselves of that.
I definitely agree. It's very unfortunate that, like for example, me, like, I had teachers that doubt me a lot of times because I'm deaf, and they said, "Oh, I can't do this." I had a guidance counselor that didn't put my grades in for post secondary because she thought I couldn't achieve it. I swear to God, people thought I said, "Yeah," and now look where I am, graduating from psychology because I didn't let her stop me from chasing my dream. And I tell people like, the reason for that is because I had a really good support system, friends, family, and they keep pushing me to keep going, keep going. And yeah, now with one of my story, my garden coaches did not put my grade in for second post secondary. It's crazy.
That is wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I love issuing a challenge. I love being issued a challenge. So I'm going to issue a challenge for anybody who's watching this, anybody who hears it. I want each of us to one, figure out who our biggest cheerleader is.
yep,
Think about your support system. Think about the people in your circle. And there's a difference between somebody who is a friend and somebody who is truly a cheerleader for you, somebody who is championing for you. So I want you to go through and really think about who you have in your corner. Who is your ride or die that's going to be there through it all, pushing you? But the second part of this, who are you being there for? Because if you want somebody to support you, you have to support somebody. It is a reactionary thing. So who are you championing for? Who are you cheering for? That's something I'm challenging everybody to really think about. And if you cannot think of somebody that you are being a cheerleader for, that you are 100% ride or die there for, find an online group. that you can support people
Mhm.
and start supporting strangers. Start supporting people who deal with things that you're dealing with, whether it be an illness or a struggle with your grades or whatever. But find somebody because I guarantee they need it just as much as you need it.
Correct.
And I think we tend to forget that.
We all do forget sometimes.
Well, Kellina, I want to thank you for jumping on here with me and having this conversation. I think, like I said before we started, I think it kind of needed to happen because I know I personally needed it. I needed this little boost and this little reminder personally. So thank you for being there to help me because just being able to talk to you about it kind of gave me a different perspective on some things. So I want to thank you for that.
And I want to thank you letting me use my voice to spread around awareness and actually educate people on your Facebook group or any other, and especially your platform too, on your podcast platform.
Of course. And I'm going to encourage all of you guys go on Instagram, search the handle Deaf Queen Boss, and follow Kellina on there. She is truly inspiring. She is motivating. And I love seeing you come across my feed. I absolutely love it.
Oh, and one more thing, I do have a book coming out, so that book is going to be really exciting.
I am so excited for it. I will be purchasing that when it comes out. And maybe we'll have you back on when it comes out and have a little launch party.
Yay!
Hey. Well, I have one final question for you, and I ask this of every guest that comes on this show. What is something that you love about yourself?
I would say that, don't be afraid. It's okay not to be okay. And just keep pushing it. Just remember, you are allowed to have that one day of a meltdown, breakdown. You will always. I feel like a lot of people feel like they need to go, 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 go. No, that's impossible. Our body can't do that. It's okay not to be okay.
I love that. I love that. And I actually started a practice where I will give myself, I'll know I have a million things to do. I'll give myself 10 minutes to have a total meltdown. Once that 10 minutes is up, I need to be, trying to do whatever else. But I have 10 minutes that is complete meltdown time. And that has made a difference.
That's amazing. That's amazing work. Even if it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and I tell people it makes a difference. Even if it's 5 or 10 minutes, it really does make a difference.
Yes, it does. Well, you guys, thank you so much for being here with us today. I am working on getting some more amazing guests on here, but definitely make sure you are following me here. Make sure you are following my Facebook, my Instagram. Follow me on TikTok because I've got some TikTok stuff coming. And go over to buymeacoffee.com/this fat girl life. Not only can you financially support me there if you so choose, but if you follow me, you're going to find out cool information there as well. You guys, I will see you later, and I hope everybody has an amazing day.